Good morning. Today is the first weekend in April. Nigel and I are both back on the allotment. It's beautifully sunny, very chilly. We came a little bit later than normal because we wanted the soil to warm up a bit. And I'm up to do my first job, which is I've got 4 seedlings of spinach which I sort of sown quite early on. I've sown a few more, but only 4 really survived. I have some on the go now, different types, so that works out quite nice because we'll be able to check different types. I have a feeling this was Medania, but I wouldn't give my head for it, but as usually I lost the label. So while I'm doing that, Nigel is putting more bark chippings around the place. The stinging nettles are growing at the, you can basically watch them grow. So we don't want to lose the path to the food forest and prep some space there for black currants, which I've sort of rooted last year. So hopefully we secure a piece of land there to be able to plant the black currants later on with the bark and cardboard. So I'm sporting a new pair of gloves, and I've got my 4 seedlings just here. They've been in a greenhouse for a while. I'm going to plant them just here. Remove any. It's not many weeds here actually. We've done quite alright. Obviously the no dig is working in this bed perfectly fine. So the first of them can come out. There's more. There's actually 2 seedlings here, so I might have to split them. It's quite unexpected to have 2 of them. Kind of trying to do this in a sort of triangle because I will protect them for a day or so with a bit of a cloche, just to give them, because they have been in a greenhouse, just to give them that little bit extra protection. So I'm using, I've misjudged this one. Never mind, I put one here. These are all pots I reused from previous purchases, so that's quite nice. It's easy to carry if they have these carriers of 3. So I've got another 2 seedlings here. Okay, so that seems to be smaller root on this one. So I'm gonna do that quite close by. Whatever that is, we don't want that. That in. Nigel is preparing for the last lot of potatoes to go in, and we're just moving really very stiff membrane to be dried up and recycled, put away till we need it next. So we're going to be planting these potatoes just there. But let me just show you how beautiful and how cold it was last night. Well, these are the cloches with spinach I've protected last night. I had a look inside, they're doing perfectly fine, but they are completely frozen and most of the things just starting to thaw, and I can never get enough of how lovely this purple sprouting broccolis look. In a couple of days there will be more harvesting to be done. In the meantime, I just show you where we finished last time. So now this is the bed of shallots, and these are the first two been put a few weeks ago. So these are the Malinois, and this one is the banana shallot, 2 rows and 2 rows, and the rest of it is the golden, I think they called connoisseur. So I planted also very thinly, and I will further sort of pinch them out as they grow, the carrots, and I'm going to plant some carrots between those as well. And as these disappear later on, I'm going to be carrying on with parsnip and probably some other root vegetables. But I couldn't resist not to show you, how frosted everything is, and really also how beautiful it looks. So the walk to the greenhouse is really frosty. I'm glad that we have not taken down any of the internal sort of bubble wrap just yet, but we hopefully can do that. I'm going to check the forecast and we're going to do that next week. I'm just going to go and bring the potatoes for Nigel. Two more. Nigel is just finishing prepping a bit of area for some of the black currants I mentioned before. I have rooted and I will be transplanting. And just to give you a quick update, these are the all gold raspberries I planted, and some of them are actually sprouting leaves. I can see 1, 2, 3, 5 out of 6 out of 10 look like there is signs of life already. Let me just walk you through the see how quickly this becomes just a sea of stinging nettles, so we never run out of fresh stinging nettles for sort of feed, for nitrogen feed for plants. Now these are the blackberries I'm rooting. They already had roots when I transplanted them. What I'm going to do with them now, I'm just going to cut them the wood is green. I just want them to sprout from the bottom to give me bushy plants. Sorry, some of them are just the last of the frosts are out. Hopefully they be all right, so not to strain into growing those buds, but to and then I move them next week into that sunny position, and as soon as as this is all subside a little bit in the new bed, we will be planting them. Nigel is just bringing a little bit more of the wood chippings there, making sure that it's well and truly covered. So all the potato planting for this year is done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 varieties here, and I talk about it a little bit more when we do our April allotment tour. We took some ice from certain things, we just dropped them here, and look, they still, a few hours later, well, 2 hours later, they're still intact. So it is lovely and sunny, but it's still fairly chilly if it's not in the sunshine. I've placed this netting sort of here over this bed, because this is going to be my first sort of the year brassica bed. I've got some brassicas which needs to be now transplanted to individual pots, and these will go in sometime in April. I just wanted everything to be prepared, and I think the next job for us is to cover these asparagus beds. I've got 2 of them, and I can see lots of activity there, but not the one I wanted to. These are munkjucks, little hooves, and they've been eating the asparagus spears, so we need to be a little bit inventive with the chicken wire, and I think that's going to be our next job. I really like sowing cucurbits because the seeds are quite large and they're so easy to sow. So today I'm going to do 3 different types of cucumber. So first one is Çengelköy cucumber. It's a Turkish cucumber and it's white. I'm going to do just a basic field cucumber, and I'm going to do La Diva F1, which is slightly smaller, smooth, and can cope with being outside, because I don't actually grow my cucumbers in a polytunnel or in a greenhouse. They go straight out. I did grow Çengelköy and the field one last year, and they were both very good. Now what we've got here, we've got 4 melons. So Emir, Charente and Century, and also 1 watermelon called Sugar Baby. So I'm gonna go do one of each. Pumpkins, I'm gonna do Uchiki Kuri, then Jack of all trades, which I think was a freebie, and couldn't resist the Big Macs. I'm gonna plant them over the manure heaps. So then we have courgettes, and this is one which I think is free, but I grew last year as well. Which is yellow, which is green and round. Then is Gold Rush, and that's a very nice courgette. Then you have Costata Romanesco, another really nice courgette. And what else we have here? We've got winter squash, that's Crown Prince really. That one is called squash spaghetti, because when you open it up it's in a little sort of pasta like strands. Then I've got Patis and Gagat, I've got yellow scallop, which I think is the same as patty pan, but I do one of each. See if there are any difference. And the last one is gourd, Turkish turban. So these are the ones I'm gonna put in a pot today, and I think we'll probably be okay. They're gonna stay in a house. I brought a large tray, and they're gonna stay in a house till I'm ready to put them in a greenhouse, which is a few weeks. I had some pots with soil here just to speed things up. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is the melons, and that includes the watermelon. So I've got Sugar Baby, and I've got pot already with the label for it, and I'm going to put 3 seeds there, and obviously pick up the best seedling just to make sure that the germination is there, and we'll water all the pots from the bottom. That's why I brought this very large tray. So that's one done. The next one goes Emir. So let's just see if I still have, oh yes, I've got 3 seeds of Emir and plonk them in just in case I had them for a couple of years, so the germination on that might not be perfect, what I actually said on the seeds. Yes, we did only said when it was packed, I don't think it says. So that's Emir done and finished. I can throw away that. This one is Century. And that's going to be finished as well. And that I've got only 2 seeds of. I don't think there was very many seeds in those packets actually. And the last would be the Charantaire, and I've got quite a few seeds of the Charantaire, so I'm going to place 3. Okay, so let's see if that germinates, but we've got some more seeds. So I just poke them with the finger, they're kind of twice depth normally. So the melons are done. Now I've got ready pumpkins here. So this one is Jack of all trade. Sorry, no, not pumpkins. I've got cucumbers ready. So this is the field cucumber. It did very well last year. Again, I'm gonna put 2 seeds into, I might even then do 3 just in case the germination is not there. I've got loads of those, and let's see how that works. There's nothing easier than sowing them. Then I've got La Diva. Oh, La Diva, I'm sorry, it's not opened. Chengilkoi, that one is open. I just hope I still have some seeds of that. Forgot to check. Oh, we're good. We have 4 seeds. What I've done here, I've done 2, actually, so I do 2 pots. So that's this one done as well. I just put in field cucumber. I'm just gonna do 2 more. I use field cucumbers quite a lot. I don't mind the taste of them. Had to go off camera to open the packets for these. Somebody gave it to me a couple of years ago. These are actually grown plant, and it was so lovely and very prolific. I just didn't buy the next year, but I regretted it. So this year definitely we're having La Diva. The next one, the next 2 pots. Okay, so we're gonna do pumpkins, and I've got here big mix. Sorry, big max, not big mix. As you can see, I've run out of labels, so that's your kefir bottle cut up, pumpkin, jack of all trades. And the compost looks fairly dry, but once I put them in, I water it very generously. And that one is a chikikuri. So this have not been opened before. Brown new seeds. So I've got 4 seeds. I'm going to use 2. So this one is Jack of all trades. I believe that one is this one. I'm just going to use 1, and I try to put them on the edge so they don't but the chance of being actually this one is Big Max. Let's see how many seeds we have of those. Oh, we have quite a lot. Big Max. So 1 here and 1 there. Yeah, growing from seeds is so rewarding if it works, but if it doesn't work, you know, there's always garden center or specialist grower down the road. Sometimes something you really set your heart on doesn't work. So in this uchiki curry, I'm going to put 2. I've got quite a few in this packet, and let's just do 2. Okay, so all my pumpkins are done as well. So the next one, oh, I haven't placed these ones in. Let me just finish that. So the next ones are, this one is, we're going to do round courgette. As you can see, I've run out of labels. So I'm going to do 2 in each, because really just need to find courgette. That's the one. I've run out of labels, so I cut up I did say that before, didn't I? But I have some more labels at the allotment, and I will pick them up. So the next one I have is the one I really love. I'm going to put 2 each. Is this is the squash crowned prince. Nothing can be easier than this. I think great to do with grandchildren or children. Unfortunately, I haven't got any grandchildren. Courgette gold round. So and our children are grown up, so this one is putting in is Gold Rush. I filled all the pots that I prepared. I'm gonna just put some water in this tray so that it can all sort of rise up. In the meantime, I've prepared some more seeds. For these, I have the labels, I just haven't got the pots. These require pots for yellow scallop and patty pan that require me to find more pots. And I also want to sow today 9-star broccoli and Paul and Becky's Asturian tree cabbage, which I did sow before but without much success. So I'm gonna get on with that outside the camera and I'll see you later.